Love when that happens, right?
Yep.
All right, welcome into episode 7 of the Social Guys with Matt and Adam. I'm not Matt. Why did I say that?
I don't know.
Started over.
You can be Matt.
I don't know. need my coffee. I guess I'm mad today. Welcome to episode 7, guys. Hey, so Treg here, actually. So yeah. So hey, what a weekend though.
Good weekend.
Bunch of wins all over the board
for the whole Ohio State.
Yeah, Ohio State. Yeah, they did a lot better than what they have been.
Yeah,
for sure.
Against the Rutgers.
Yeah. In Jersey,
57 to 14.
52-14. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Bengals did good on Thursday.
Dude, Bengals did amazing. I'm super stoked about my Bengals right now.
Yes.
I'm very excited to play the Browns now.
When's that?
I don't. Early November, I think. I'm pretty sure it's early November.
Right.
But the reason why I'm so excited is because you guys just played the Vikings, won 11-7.
No, it was 14-7.
14-7.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And we beat them 28 or 30-28. There's a lot more points scored.
That was in the beginning of the season, though.
I know. I'm just saying.
This guy's talking so much shit right now. How about you?
I'm not. I didn't even say that much. All I said was there's a lot of points scored.
Beat the Steelers twice, and then we'll talk. All right.
All right. Did you guys already play the Steelers yet?
No.
Okay.
We beat them twice last year, though, at the end of the season.
You did?
The end of the season.
When everybody's injured.
Yep.
So we got a good show coming up for you guys, though, today. We got Taviano coming in from CCR Realtors. We're going to talk a little bit about his come up into the business of real estate and how basically his entire life has really molded that outlook for him. So we're excited to bring him on. We got a couple of news stories that we're going to bring in, too, today, and some more rapid fire questions from Adam on this one. So, again, episode 7. See you guys in a minute. All right, guys, welcome back to episode 7 with Tug Taviano from CCR Realtors. We want to thank our sponsor, Clue Studio, for the studio and for letting us put on this fabulous podcast for you guys.
Oh, yeah.
So we got a lot to unwrap here with Mr. Taviano today. So, Tug, tell us a little bit about yourself, man.
I mean, what do you want to know? Like my history of where
first off, let's just let's start with family life. What's that like?
Family life's crazy. I mean, honestly, it's we have 5 children combined.
Combined, blended families,
blended families.
Old Brady Bunch.
Blended families are sometimes like blending concrete that's like somewhat together already. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not rock hard yet, but you sometimes gotta.
What was that
adjust.
movie? I was forgetting Sarah Marshall, where he talks about his newlywed wife. He says she's kind of like the Da Vinci Code, just kind of harder to crack.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and that's what's funny is we have 5 kids combined. 2 of them are adults. One's in college. One works at a salon. 2 of our younger daughters are juniors, and they've played each other in soccer for 2 different WBL teams. So that's kind of fun.
Oh, that's cool.
And then my son Tanner, who kind of helps with the masculinity in the house because I'm kind of, there's only 2 out of 7 that have been men. So,
oh, wow. I hear you there. Trust me.
Yeah. So, and he's my chill dude that likes to scooter and,
likes a scooter.
Fish. Yeah.
Can you elaborate on that for us?
Yeah. It kind of offended me earlier when you said him and his razor,
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
isn't that what they're? I thought that's what they were called.
Those are the ones you can buy at Walmart for like
that's a
20
brand.
bucks.
So
yeah, the razor is a brand that folds down and
it's a great
breaks.
value brand.
Still have mine. It holds up. Thanks, Razor.
Yeah. Next episode sponsored by. No, but you know what's cool is when I used to, and we'll get into the promotion and stuff. When I used to promote concerts in arenas and stuff, we used to ride scooters around because of the arena.
Okay.
And so. Awesome. We promoted the road show, and the first time I remember Tanner on a scooter actually was him riding one of those around the arena with Andy Mineo, who's a rapper. And
that's cool.
Now all my kids have been
Not to be confused with Andy Milanakis, right?
well, I don't even know who that is. I mean, I'm
Peas on my
sorry.
head. Don't call me a pea head.
But so Tanner took a liking to Scooter. From a dad's standpoint, this kid could score 3 goals a game in soccer, can out hit me with a golf ball, can go out and shoot, pass, shoot, and dribble, and get second without shooting for a year.
Wow.
So when he took up scootering, it was kind of like, okay, kid, like that's cool, I guess. But like, dads live vicariously through their kids sometimes, but now it's been awesome to see him do backflips, triple whips, all this other crap.
Yeah, I saw one of the videos you posted. That's insane. Like I don't know what he did. It looked like he did like a bunch of different flips and then spun around at the same time.
Yeah, it's probably called like a triple butterfly rainbow kiss, whatever. No, I'm just kidding. But whatever they come up with these names, but you know,
Yeah.
Superman seat grab barrel roll.
yeah, and it's like, as a parent, all our kids are so important to us, but finding what they're good at
Yeah.
and not lying to them. Like if your kid can't sing, quit telling them to sing,
Right.
But like Tanner's really good at scootering. Abby's really good at soccer. Reese's good at soccer as well. Cora was great at marching band. Morgan ran cross country, and track and stuff. And Abby made it to state last year in track. And so you find what your kid is great at, not what they're good at.
Yeah, and be their biggest fan.
Yeah, biggest fan. Also critic sometimes. That's why our parents are like, oh, you can't tell my kid he was not good today. Well, okay, cool, you can.
Yeah. I think that's a big part in the kid's life is being able to accept criticism, and not, but it has to be the right form of criticism. It can't be just putting them down constantly.
No, you're absolutely right. It's constructive. It's even like in our world, a lot of people don't like to hear when they don't do things right. Like I forgot to check a box on a contract once for the refrigerator, so I bought them a refrigerator. You've got to get better, and as a parent, sometimes the hardest thing is to be that honest with your children,
right?
When you don't know about that. Like I can ride a scooter on one level, but one thing I can do is hold a video for my son, or reach out to his favorite scooter rider, or
which you did, right?
Yeah, and that dude just got second in the world.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Like
Adam doesn't know this whole story. I actually followed it on Facebook when he did, because Tug actually does somewhat of a podcast.
Yeah, somewhat, like once every 2 months right now. I need to get better at that.
But he had this scooter pro, right? Cody Flom on and talking to him, and
surprised the son. He showed up. Tanner was talking about his influence on me and my influence on him, and then I said, dude, if you could have anybody who's impacted you the most on scooters, and it was Cody, and right then I had Cody pop up on the screen on Zoom, and like dude starts crying. Yeah, and 2 months later, Cody texts me and says, hey, I want to talk to you about something, and I'm like, oh crap, like one thing about my son and my kids is we're a faith-based family, and so a lot of times in that situation, you guys grew up. Well, we haven't grown up yet, but we got older, and there's things that we struggle with that we don't want to talk to our parents about. Mm-hmm. So something in a growing teen, I'm like, is this dude reaching out because Cody's faith-based? Is he reaching out to Cody for something he's struggling with, blended family stuff, different things like that?
Yeah.
And so I'm like nervous as dad, and Cody calls after a day delay. You don't do that to nervous dad. He's like, can we talk tomorrow?
Yeah.
And he goes, no, it's none of that. I want to fly to your house and spend the weekend with Tanner. And
nice.
What? That'd be like Michael Jordan or Kirby Puckett back in the day, or whoever coming to my house.
Right.
And so that was a great weekend.
That's awesome.
And
at least it wasn't Jerry Sandusky.
Yeah, or I was going to say
I had to go there.
We were talking about the Buckeyes earlier, and we're not going to talk about Urban Meyer this week. Holy cow. Gotta respect the grind.
Well, we can bring it up though. We can bring it up.
Wow,
shoot. Go look up.
We can bring
Urban
it up.
Meyer
trending.
Yeah, Urban Meyer is trending right now. It's unfortunate though.
Well, it's not unfortunate. It's stupid. I'll just be honest, and I don't care in this realm as loyalty, and not saying he wasn't doing anything wrong. He was sitting at a bar having a drink.
Yeah.
Young girl walks up, whatever, grinds on him. Whatever.
Yep.
And so was Urban doing anything questionable from a standpoint of sitting there? But you put yourself
But you
that-
let it happen.
Yeah,
You
you
could
put
have
your-
pushed away.
You could have pushed away, or you could have said, "Hey, Shelly, instead of babysitting the kids tonight, why don't you go with me? Protect yourself."
Yeah.
You know, protect your
Instead, he
marriage.
went out with Zach Smith, and then
No, that was terrible. No, I think he was out with Brian
I
Schottenstein.
will say, in his defense, we don't know the whole entire story of
Yeah, he's
what,
great.
what they were doing.
Thank God people don't know our whole story, right? Just chapters. Seriously,
This
people.
is why we have a podcast.
Yeah, social media, cancel culture. Seriously.
But go ahead though. You're talking
Gosh,
about
if my life was like a reality show, I'd have been. No, I wouldn't. I mean, I would have been delayed. I'm not canceled.
Canceled and delayed. Pushed back.
Oh man, well, and that's funny though, and this is so off topic, but that's what this podcast is all about. So we were talking about movies the other day. I mean, let me just ask you this real quick.
Mm-hmm.
How many movies do you think came out in the year 92 or 94 in that era right there? Or in between those 2 years right there, how many movies do you think came out that were hit comedies?
Oh, crap ton.
Okay, cool.
If you had to
I know what
guess,
he's going with
I
this.
would say, man, I'm going to guess really high. I think
Go ahead.
82.
Oh, that's probably, if not the number, it's probably right around there.
Really?
Man, we were
Yeah.
looking up. I don't know what got us on that kick last
Wasn't
week.
that Happy Gilmore in that? Billy Matt. I mean,
Oh,
that,
man.
was, that was
Yeah,
around that time frame.
maybe
Airheads.
earlier,
Yeah,
but they
Billy
have,
Madison
like,
definitely was. Yeah.
Ace Ventura,
Yeah.
The Mask. That's
Yeah.
when like Jim Carrey.
We were
blew
talking.
up.
What
Oh,
what
my
brought it
God.
up was Adam's never seen the movie Getting Even with Dad. Macaulay
That's
Culkin,
right, that's right.
Ted Danson.
No, I never have either, Adam.
So and then
that's
he's-
because he's a Bengals fan and we are Browns fans. We don't watch that crap. You're welcome.
so the other movie though that we brought up that he's never seen was Stop or My Mom Will Shoot with Sylvester Stallone.
I've seen bits of that.
Okay, so he was like, man, how did I miss
Oh,
these
hey, hold on real
movies?
quick.
I saw the trailer
yeah.
and it looked
Hello?
amazing.
We got a wife call here.
Hey, I'm recording this podcast right now. No, but hey, like I said, if somebody answers, or calls, I'm going to answer because it's a kind of a teachable moment. Is that okay? You're going to be on. No, you're going to be on the podcast now.
We should put her on speakerphone.
Hey, wait. Hey,
Put her
wait.
on speaker. Let's hear what the wife has to say on this.
Hey, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
You're on podcast right now, and you're on speaker. So be
Hello, Heather. How's it going?
Hey, how you doing?
Good. How's everyone doing?
Yeah.
Well, we're here. We're here. We were just in the middle of working, and then you called.
So sorry. I have horrible timing.
careful. No, yeah, or great time.
Or I'll say, or perfect.
Hey guys, this is what this is going to be so bad. This is what Urban Meyer should have done the other day.
Damn.
Oh.
Checked in on
That's
him.
good. All right, I love you. I love you.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.
That
So
was
no,
good.
Yeah,
That was
sorry.
good.
I'm sorry.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
But no, so yeah, back to the movie thing though. What happened was that we were bringing these movies up, and he's like, "Man, how did I miss these movies?" And then we just looked back and we're like, "What movies came out in '92 and '94?" And we're going through
Oh
these.
my
and we're
god.
Like,
All of them.
if you think about it now,
All of them came
and
out
this is
that
what I
year.
said. I feel like movies now are way more under a microscope than what they were back then. I feel like they came out
Oh,
with
so
So
movies
you don't
like they
miss
came out with
movies
different types of candy.
as much. Yeah.
So is comedy.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
I mean, look
absolutely.
at Dave Chappelle. How there's so much of the stupid cancel culture that cancels good comedy.
Speaking of, he's
And
coming out with a new stand-up. Did you hear that?
I haven't. I
I'm
heard he's coming
excited.
out with
I'm
a bar,
excited.
and
No, it's called The Closer. It'll be out on Netflix.
oh, that's awesome.
Maybe that's the name
Yeah.
of his bar too.
I forget.
The
He's
Closer.
opening one in Spring, or where is he from? That
Springfield.
Yellow
Yeah.
Springs.
Or Yellow Springs. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yep. It's cool.
That's sweet.
Comedy club, actually.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh, that's so cool. Go, Dave.
Yeah, that is awesome. But yeah, he's coming out with one. They don't have a time frame on it yet, but it is called The Closer. And actually, Netflix on their website came out with a teaser of it last night.
Funny as crap, probably.
Yeah.
Let me check that out.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's cool.
Yeah. So, so let's get back to you said Cody called you up, and then what? So what actually was it? Can you say
Can I say what?
what he was calling you for?
Just to hang out with Tanner.
Just to hang
he
out
said,
for the
and like
weekend.
this is where we're at. He felt like God was leading him to kind of mentor my son in a way, and from a standpoint of you praying over your kids, or maybe you're not faith based or whatever, or you pouring into your kids in a positive standpoint.
Yeah.
You want people like that around your kids.
Absolutely.
And it's so cool to see ever since Cody came,
Yeah.
the growth in my son.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
so if that one
Now, how old is Cody?
I think he's around 20. or
Okay, so I mean, he's still pretty young in life. Then,
yeah,
still.
2021, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
And I mean, he's just a cool dude. Was like my older child or older
Yeah.
son that I didn't have for a weekend.
Mhm.
And that's been
It's like I got a foreign exchange student come to live with us for a week. Oh, really? Where's he from? California.
Yeah. I mean, I'd say that.
Right, yeah,
Culture's different out there, bro.
That's true. That is very true. That's very true. That's funny. So let's get into a couple questions here for you, Tug. What job knowledge led you to the best version of you, in your opinion? Like, what jobs gained you the confidence or experience to communicate with people and relate to bring you to real estate?
Well, you want to talk about the best dogs are mutts, right? Typically. Like my occupation, I look at myself like a mutt, like
You're a mix of everything.
yeah. Well, I started out in youth ministry,
Really?
Yeah, I started out at a small church in downtown Lima called North Park Community Church.
Is it still there?
Oh.
It's not there, but it's still in Lima.
Gotcha.
I mean, the church is still there, but they moved.
Right.
So I drove back and forth.
Why youth ministry?
Everybody wanted me. I was good with people,
Yeah.
and like, my grandma and mom were a huge influence and still are. My grandma's passed away now, but my mom's a huge influence in my life. And like, faith's important. People are important. Relationships are important. Oh, let's be a youth pastor.
Do you think your faith was stronger then or now?
Oh, now by far. And guess
Yeah.
what? Back then,
Yeah.
like, we were talking about authentic people and Christians. Like, then I was like, hey, I'm going to live like this. And then if you see me behind here, oh, I'm different,
Right.
And that's the problem with somewhat of Christianity.
So you felt like you couldn't be yourself.
Yeah, or was afraid to be, you know. So I went from youth ministry.
Afraid of the perception.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Performance-based Christianity is amazing.
Yeah.
Said no one ever. Sorry.
Here's what I'm finding now, and it's funny that you bring that up because, me and my wife are, we're kind of in the process of discovering new churches, and I think there's a very large misconception, especially the word cult. I feel like is thrown around way too loosely.
Yeah.
With some churches.
Yep.
I feel like just because people choose one place over another, it might be more exciting to them.
Well, I mean, it may be. And, my son likes this one church he's going to right now for youth group. I go to Shawnee Alliance. I visit Pastor Randy Davis at the Bridge.
Yeah.
I sit in my recliner and watch Elevation Church with Pastor Stephen Furtick. And
No Joel Osteen?
heck no. Every day ain't Friday, man. Like, seriously. Now, what's cool about that? Sorry, Joel, I do love you. And, what's cool about that, though,
Yeah.
he is not like, I'm not in line with him. That doesn't mean he's bad.
Right.
That means his theology is good for certain people to
who
get
was
them.
Who was the church leader though who they like caught as he was getting into his car and someone was like, "Hey, how much was that airplane you just bought?" And he was just like,
I know who you're talking about. It's
He
not
was an older
Duplantis.
guy.
Duplantis?
"I'm not sure. I don't know.
May have been that.
It doesn't matter." But
Yeah,
anyway,
but okay, let's go into that. Like, everybody's like, "Oh, you're rich and a Christian." Okay, cool. It doesn't say for money is evil.
Yeah.
It says for the love of money is evil. So let's get down to what these people are doing. We do call front row parking spots and parking lots. We jolt it. Because you believe it and receive it. So you're driving around Walmart, jolt it, awesome. But no, and that being said, I've had the opportunity to, in my old line of work, to meet a lot of these leaders, and it took me a while to stop surface judging them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because their theology doesn't align with me. Well, my theology probably doesn't align with them, and people are coming to know Christ from them, and hopefully me and junk. But it wasn't.
I think it all goes back to you got to have a clear conscience, and you got to be able to not judge people.
Yeah. And judging doesn't mean being on. You know what I'm saying? Judging people. Okay, my kid can't sing. I'm not judging them. That's freaking black and white fact, as my wife says.
Exactly.
Judging them from a egotistical standpoint and you're better than them is bullcrap. Because wait till
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
ELE.
I agree. I think everybody's their own unique person. Everybody has an individuality to them.
Yep.
And for somebody else to decide whether or not that's okay for them, let that be their problem.
Yep. And sit back and watch and sit back and love them, man. That's,
Support.
people are the worst enemy of Christianity is Christians.
You're not wrong.
No, I should say some, and that's where sitting with people and doing life with them,
Right.
My pastor asked me, what's your favorite thing to do? I said, sit on the back porch, smoke a cigar, drink a glass of bourbon, and read my Bible.
Right.
I kind of call that section Holy Smokes.
That should be your podcast name.
That's pretty good. Ain't
Oh
it?
man.
Yeah, Holy Smokes. Yeah.
That's awesome.
You're welcome, world.
Ding. All right. So how did you get into real estate then?
It's pretty crazy. I was in between.
And not to cut you short real quick, but what was the jobs that you had after ministry that led up to
and that's where I was going. It was pretty cool. It was like I went into concert promotion. Well, sold Wi-Fi to hotels, resorts, and casino out in Ada. And, my pastor always said, dude, you can sell ice to an Eskimo, or a flea to a dog per se. And I never did it without honesty. And when I went and sold Wi-Fi to hotels, resorts, and casinos, I didn't know anything about that.
Yeah.
But I broke records,
Right.
And then from that, in the middle of that, I really loved music. I couldn't sing a lick, but my mom would take me to see rap concerts and I'd go see other shows. And I was a youth leader and I'd take my kids to festivals and I was like, nobody's doing this right, and I loved giving back. So I started an organization back in the day called Will Rock for Food, where we just hosted concerts. I didn't make a dime off these and gave it to local food banks,
That's cool.
but started to get a name in the industry to where I was working with Skillet,
right on.
Mercy Me, bands like that, Lecrae. I found Lecrae before he was. I didn't say Lecrae was somebody. I just got him when he was not where he's at today.
Gotcha, yeah.
And so
that's pretty cool, though.
Yeah, I got noticed in Nashville. One of the agents were asked from a company in Ohio of who they should work with or hire as they needed more help. Mm-hmm. So I got a message, hey, we'd like to meet with you at Bob Evans in Bell Fountain. And I met with these two guys with Rush Concerts and started touring with these bands that I loved, and now they're family.
That's awesome.
That was so cool.
Yeah, it's
cool.
different, And then I wanted to be a dad, wanted to come off the road. Mm-hmm. Started, and we both met, and we wanted to go different ways. They were doing more shows and junk, and I loved the charity side of stuff. So I branched off and did a couple things for Bubba Watson, the golfer, for his lane, and still did a few shows. Then ran a company in Nashville from Lima and flew down there once a month and hung out with those guys and did that for a year. And in the middle of that, just literally started talking about real estate, and that was kind of when the market was coming up hot. Mm-hmm. So it was a great time to get into it.
What year was this then?
3 years ago.
Oh, okay.
So I worked with
so you've only been a realtor for 3 years?
Yeah, bro.
I thought you've been in it for
here's
years.
Here's the thing. It's like, well, it's been good. I've consistently been in the top 10.
Well, you've done a really good job with your branding then. I mean, honestly, if I'm thinking, because I know a lot of realtors.
Right.
So I'm like, man, I thought you've been in the game for a while.
Well, technically I have. It's relationships, man. And like I tell my kids, like I've been in this business for 20 years because real estate is relationships. And if people,
absolutely.
I can put a freaking sign in your yard. So can I don't want to say junk realtor, but anybody can, and my job.
Well, there's tons of people out there that nowadays just get a real estate license and they're a realtor.
Yeah. And everybody asks me that question. What are you going to do when the market crashes? Stay.
Yeah.
Right. Ask that to somebody, and I'm not being egotistical.
Right.
Ask that to somebody who doesn't do it full time or doesn't do marketing, because one thing people selling their homes may not realize is you're hiring a marketing firm.
Yeah.
You're not hiring
we know something about that.
Yeah, right. and like that's where my mix comes in. Is I was a concert promoter.
Yeah.
I did, and so if I can sell a ticket to a concert that you don't want to go to for $10, I think I can sell your house that people love, but put a different twist on it.
Right.
So
right.
That's awesome.
And you're gifted with the name Tug. Better be fun.
Yeah. Or it's a Korean massage parlor. Anyway.
You need to get an assistant. Yeah. His nickname needs to be Rub.
That's my best friend, Eric Schaff,
Really?
Yeah, our nickname was that. Okay, yeah. we kind of don't say that. Well, it's out there now,
Or you can go tug and rub. No.
Yeah, so I don't know
Rub and tug.
what does that mean? I'm kidding. So, yeah,
Family show, and I'm a family man.
I am. That's right. You know what? Speaking of that, I like to, who can go by their wife without smacking her butt?
What I just said though was reference to we saw a clip from Gary Owen recently, and he was talking about Marshawn Lynch being on ESPN, and they said he just kept letting the F word fly left and right, and Max Kellerman looked at him and said, "Hey Marshawn, this is a family show." He goes, "And I'm a family man."
That's right.
He's like you think I'm gonna say? You think I'm gonna change now?
Right. That's who else was saying that?
I'm a family man.
Guy called Gary V. Huge business guys like
I
he
like Gary V.
He drops the F-bomb like crazy around his kids and stuff, and they get in trouble at school, and he's like, are their grades good? You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, there's that one clip of Gary Vee actually where there's a lady who asked him, they're in a school too, and she goes, "Do you think it's okay for you to say the F word around your kids?" And he goes, "Here's the difference between me and you. You feel like that F word's actually going to change the outcome of his life, where also you think that history or a D plus in history is not going to make him become an entrepreneur when he graduates."
Right.
He goes, "There's a difference between me and you. I don't feel like any of that has anything to do with that."
Right, and that's where he's came from, man.
Yeah.
And someday, dude,
I agree with that. Oh,
I'd love to
110%.
golf. I'd love to golf with him or garage sale with him or something.
He'd probably go garage sale.
He does that crap and turns. He still does that. Like gets paid $200,000 to whatever speaker or whatever. I don't know where you're at, Gary, or whatever. But you
That's cool.
You can flip a freaking Garbage Pail Kid card online, and you're still humble.
Oh, absolutely. I think he's probably the most humble person out there that has, in my eyes, I feel like he's made it, but in his eyes, I know that he doesn't think that.
That's a good point, because that's, like the success in real estate and the success in your guys' world of marketing and anybody's world is never think you made it.
Yeah.
But and always be, there's always somebody better.
Yeah. For us, I mean, and not to put this show on us for a second here, but I am. Our marketing, we kind of developed in the Walpock and Auglaize County area, and now we're already looking to grow into the Columbus area. We haven't even touched Lima yet, though, actually, which is interesting. Maybe we need to talk about.
Well, there's cool, and your business model's dope. I mean, you talk about that though. I'll
yeah. We'll bring that up later. But no, I mean going back to Gary Vee. I mean, you're absolutely right on our perspective of him and his perspective of him are completely two different worlds.
Yeah. And that's what is awesome in life in general is when you think somebody's made it, they don't think they have. And you'll come across people that they think they've made it.
Yeah.
And they crash in like a year.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool too.
Well, yeah, if you get too much of a head on yourself, where you can't think you're this shit all the time and be humble. It's either one or the other.
Yeah, and that line is like, if you don't know you're good though, that's also something. Like
it's a fine line.
You've got to know, like in real estate. Yeah, I know that I could potentially outsell anybody. Yeah. Potentially. Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. I also have mad respect and for the Debbie Lanes, the Scott Weaver, the people that sell, Don Iams in our office, the people that sell Maria Sanka. I can sit here and think of all these people that in my line I compete with healthily. Yeah. Do I want to beat them? Heck yeah.
So that goes back to an interesting. Go ahead. I'm
I'm going where you're going. Maybe.
Okay.
What you're laying down.
So because we just talked to Ryan Place in our last podcast or a couple podcasts ago now, and we asked him about is there a competitiveness within his brokerage, and he said that their business model is based off of helping each other succeed.
Come on, Ryan. Freaking A, you're all self-employed. That's just because you're the broker, dude. Like, yeah, I'm going to help you. No. Yes, but no. Don and I, man. Dude, we, and Maria and Rachel and Sandy and all, Pippin didn't get better because Jordan said, hey, I want to help you. Seriously, like, I love that.
Yeah.
That's like participation trophies to me.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
like it's not bad. Don't get me wrong. That's their business model. That's
Right.
great. My business model is I'm going to kick your butt and I hope you kick mine.
Yeah.
Serious, you know,
Yeah.
if you
good, pushing each other to
yeah,
be
if you
better,
beat
But
me,
now,
one
you
month-
guys are in two different markets though too.
not really. We're in the same MLS.
Well, yes, but I'm saying though,
I want to attack Walpock for all you listening. I really do. I've looked at Office Space.
but I mean, Walpock is pretty. I feel like Walpock's a mellow area, more hometown
Do you
feel.
want that? If
Do
you're
we-
selling your house,
Well, yeah.
you want mellow,
Well, I mean, I think people want. A lot of people want different things, but,
right?
But I mean, for me personally, yeah, I love
You love
country
chill.
living.
Well, no, I'm saying like mellow mentality. We all love country living and free spirit and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
yeah,
But when you're
yeah.
hiring me, do you want me to lay back?
No,
Oh, that's what you're
No.
saying.
Yeah.
I want a great white.
Yeah, well, yeah. I woke up and I chase crap and I eat it like that. I'm a shark. Yeah, I'm a lion. Yeah, I read that quote.
What was the book I read a long time ago? A Shark Never Sleeps by Drew Rosenhaus.
It's true.
That's the super agent for the NFL.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's awesome. And you know, you and I were talking, your phone rings before 10.
Yeah.
Don't question me. You know, that's work.
Yeah.
Means after 10, you can look at it, but
Yeah.
I'm still probably going to answer it.
Yeah. So just the other day, you know, my wife was saying basically, you know, my phone rang 10, 12 times between the hours of 3 to 5 p.m. And I told her, I said, listen, if it's before 10 p.m., it's probably a client. But if it's after 10 p.m., it's probably still a client, but you can check my phone.
Yeah, see, that's a dope statement to
Yeah.
all men that have phones that are password protected and your wife doesn't know them.
Oh,
You're
my
going
wife
to end
knows.
up with joint Facebooks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you know when people have joint Facebooks, they did something for their wife to not trust them.
Yeah.
My
or
wife,
the opposite.
my wife has her own Face ID in my phone.
Heather, that's a good idea for me. Like, no, that's fine. That's freaking awesome, actually.
Yeah, she does. She does. Because the other day she
Is
was
that
like,
what she's in a car?
she was like, "Can I see your phone?" And I was like, "Sure." And she looks at it and she goes, "I was like, did you just do the face recognition on my phone?" She goes, "Yeah, I don't like putting in the password."
That is, I have never heard of that, but
in
women,
there.
that is a good move.
Don't need a fingerprint. Got face recognition.
Yeah. She has face recognition on my phone.
That's awesome. But no, that's, you know, that loyalty is so huge, and it has been so compromised over the last years in marriage and in
be.
business, even, you know.
It's still hard for us. I don't know how it was for you, but I mean, you know, I just quit my job back in March, and I worked for the state of Ohio for the last 3-4 years. Before that, I worked for the city of Walpock, and did all my stuff on the side just as a hobby, and it just kept growing and growing and growing. Finally, March 1st, I said, "Okay, I'm done. I'm out." And went with this full time. We developed the marketing company back in January. So the marketing company took off in 4 months' time then?
Wow.
5 months' time. So yeah, I mean, that was kind of what happened for us. And it's that puts a lot of stress on a relationship.
Yep.
Being able to be an entrepreneur and, you know, putting that business first a lot.
Yep.
Basically, I told my wife at the beginning of this year, and then we go off and start a podcast. But I told my wife at the beginning of
Have
this
her
year. Yeah, I told my wife at the beginning of this year. I said, "Listen," I said, "give me a year.
Yep.
I need patience for a year."
Yep.
And that's still hard for her
Yep.
because life happens. We have kids. We have 3 kids, all girls under the age of 7. Well, the twins will be 7 in November,
Wow.
and we have a 4-year-old. She just turned 4. So we got 2 7-year-olds and a 4-year-old, and it's just, I mean, life's hectic. The girls are in MMA, and they cheerlead, and now they want to start basketball, and then, you know, swim's coming up. And
Yep.
so, I mean, you know, we have
Super
life
busy.
that happens,
Yeah.
and then on the side, I'm sitting here on my phone, and that irritates her, you know. But,
Yeah.
but at the same time, though, she knows my job's demanding. Now she's
Yeah.
getting to the point now to where she's like, okay, you know, I kind of get it, but there's times where, you know, women happen.
Well, yeah,
Where
but
women
what's
things
cool
happen.
is like in that realm, we talk about, you know, and Heather and I have been married for a couple years now, you know, a little bit over 2.
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't me before her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so when you align yourself with someone who
Yeah.
gets you
Yeah.
and understands that, no pun on Urban Meyer, but the grind is different. But a pun, that was pretty good. But, you know, real estate. phone all the time.
Yeah.
You know, I have some people ask me, Tug, how are you so, I don't want to say successful, how do you sell so well and do so many houses and meet with so many clients, and you're still at your kids' games? You're still there. You're still here. And one thing I've learned in my line of work, this sounds rude, but it's not, and your clients will probably appreciate it, is adjust your clients to your schedule.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know,
Yeah.
like still give me 3 times that I can meet with you.
Yeah.
Not one. You know, give me 3
Yeah.
times, and then I'll go through, okay, that one works here, that one works here. Crap, Abby has a game, Reese has a game, Tanner wants to go to the skate park, whatever. Okay, cool, we'll do it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And so that is huge in the development between my wife and I is, you know, so amazing. And she knows where my gift mix is.
Right.
And your wife knows where yours does too. I mean, I don't know your wife, but I'm
Yeah.
sure obviously by the growth of your company, she's seeing it.
Yeah, we just celebrated 8 years of marriage a couple days ago.
6 happy ones. I'm just kidding. That's what my buddy always says. I've been married for 30 years, 28 happy ones. That's so good.
Yeah, that is a good one. I might start using that. So, going back to real estate for you, Tug, how do you feel like? See, now I came up with this question thinking that you had a lot more years in the game, though.
That's
But-
fine. Just do it.
Yeah, but how do you feel like real estate has changed since you got into where it is now?
There's less homes on the market. You know, when I came in, there was like 500 and some homes on the market in our MLS.
That makes it more of a dog-eat-dog world for you guys, doesn't it?
Well, you just sell your own. It's fine.
He's selling the hell out of them now.
But you know, it's a dog-eat-dog world, yes. But you know, if I can give any agent in the area one good tip,
Yeah.
promote every house 3 different ways.
What do you mean by that?
It's simple. You know, take a picture of the family,
Mm-hmm.
follow it up by your sold graphic, follow it up by the testimonial. You know, you're a content creator over there. Gary V's, you know, content.
All the time.
Also, don't separate life from business.
Right.
Okay. Everybody's like, oh, my business can't be my life. Well, my life or business from family and stuff like that.
Yeah.
My family's my business. My life's my
Exactly.
business. My clients need to know that.
What that goes back to is relativity.
Yeah. It's complete true. And Donna Kretsch of all, you know, is the one who taught me in marketing to not separate life from business, because everybody's like,
Exactly.
that's a cardinal sin. No, it's not. It's freaking amazing. People want to hear about
like
your
that.
kids.
It used to be like that.
Yeah, it did. And now, you know, if you look at my Facebook,
Everybody was supposed to have back in the day. Marketing was considered a facade
Yep.
of what you wanted people to look at.
Yep.
But now people want real. They
yeah,
want
look
authentic.
at my business page. I don't spend a lot of time on there, bro.
But look at how many what do they call them now? Reality TV shows there are.
Yep.
People want that.
Yep.
Yeah.
They want to see reality.
Yep. And that's where it's at, is like, there's a lot more people that say they saw my daughter. Dude, I get emotional when I talk about my kids, that say they saw my daughter in her homecoming dress, or say they saw Abby do a great job at state,
Yeah.
or Tanner at the skate park, or saw this picture of you and Heather.
Yeah.
Okay. That tells you right there the vulnerability of your life
Yeah.
leads to other things. And like, my post on selling a house may get freaking 20 likes. Great. You
Yeah.
know, my post on my kid, not because I care about how many likes,
Yeah.
but people love life,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know, and love celebrating.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, and it's not always about the likes, you know. And I
No.
think that's a huge misconception in marketing. I think it's about who you. It is the reach is very important because you know
Yes.
people saw it.
yeah. Yeah. And that, what's cool is like, engage.
Yep.
Don't be that freaking person who's on Facebook just to give people content without reaching into their life too. And
Yeah.
and
Yes.
something that I won't do typically is like, you know, everybody has birthdays.
Yeah. Yep.
On Facebook, everybody's not a close friend, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
If I haven't talked to you in a year, please don't put happy birthday on my wall. You know, pick up the phone and call me.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and that's
Yeah,
one thing that I think is different in our society is social media and all this crap has gotten away from
Yeah.
real interaction. And even though it's still real,
Yeah.
pick up the phone, call your buddy.
Well, Gary Vee said something very similar to that.
What was that?
He literally what you just said. He talked about he was in his limo one day and they were shooting a video and he said he's like, you know, all these people on Facebook who I used to be friends with from back home. He's like and they tell me happy birthday. He goes, I haven't talked to these guys in years.
Yeah.
He's like, so what do you do about it? He goes, like, I get on the phone. I talk to their mom and dad. I find out where they are. I go either go see them or I call them up.
Yeah.
Ask them how they've been. They need any help with anything.
Yep. Now, Facebook's a great reminder that it's their birthday.
Yeah.
But if you have their phone and you get reminded on Facebook, dude, text them, call them, ask, like cigars. You want to go golf? You want to do that?
Yeah, that's what Gary said. He said he hit, like, what was it, 12 people up. And he said, hey, he's like, I saw you wish me happy birthday. I haven't talked to you in a while. What you been up to?
Yeah.
And they found out a little bit about their life or whatever. He goes, I'd like to send you a gift. And he sent him wine or something like that.
Yeah. And that's cool.
He's
man.
like, I know it's my birthday, but let me send you some of my wine. You gotta try it. Tell your friends.
That's cool.
That's pretty sweet. Reverse gifting.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's what we've gotten away from in this stupid culture is really focusing on celebrating people.
Yeah.
I don't do closing gifts a lot.
Yeah.
I do other stuff.
Yeah.
Like, great, I sold your house, you hired me,
Right.
That's awesome. Some people I'll buy, Crown Peach or something if it's out. That's different to walk into a bank with. But learn about your people.
Yeah.
And focus on them and then follow up with relations.
Right. Right.
That's
So,
cool.
Pretty cool.
Yep. I agree. So what you said, now what about, we kind of went into what about the market has changed and you just kind of talked briefly about just marketability. But what about the houses themselves? What has changed?
They sell so fast.
I mean, we know the price has changed for sure.
Price has definitely changed like crazy. But the cool thing about that is you have a lot of realtors who haven't adjusted their skill set with the market.
What do you mean by that? How do you have to adjust your skill set?
It's just like an appraiser coming in a house that they would have came in and do 3 years ago. Okay. So if I come into a house that I know is if I think it's worth what it was before, and I haven't learned this market or sold enough in this market, I may underprice your house.
Gotcha.
Okay. So studying this market is crazy. And just for example, last week, had a buddy from high school, Tug, I think you're the only realtor I know. That's a good sign. He calls me up out of the blue or messages me on Facebook.
Yeah.
We talk. He asked me to come over and list his house.
Yeah.
So when I get there, this dude already has a pre-inspection report done on his house and everything's fixed. And I'm like, boom, this is awesome. If I could tell every one of my clients. Yeah, no, and that gives so much buyer confidence too, And so I did that on my own house. But he asked me pricing and I said, well, we could do this. We could come in at 140 something. We could list at 130 something. We could do this. We're going to create heavy traffic if we go lower and we'll probably get a lot more than what we should.
Yeah.
Now that's market.
Right.
That's also knowledge of negotiations and, who's in the driver's seat kind of thing. And as a listing agent, I want my sellers in the driver's seat. As a buying agent, I want my buyers in the driving seat. So there's multiple lanes that we have to work. And so what was cool in this, and it's going to close in a couple weeks, but we got him, not we, obviously somebody had a great buyer.
Yeah.
No inspection because he already had one. Cash offer, way over asking price. And they have no stress. We showed their house 3 times.
Nice.
And that's where real estate is different. Is it's a very stressful place for our sellers to be in. Yeah. And
we've heard too, houses just they'll sell overnight sometimes.
Yeah, they will. And that's the other thing is if you're a realtor.
And that's hard. That's hard for buyers though too. Especially for buyers that want to take their time.
You can't.
You're going to miss out.
You can't now, and that's where you have to work with. And I'm not saying me. There's 400 and some agents. I'm not the best one for everybody.
Yeah, but work with a realtor who kind of knows what the market's
doing.
Has
a freaking backbone too.
Yeah.
And knows how to come in with an offer. I used to do concerts in arenas where we would write contracts and we do bands, and these dudes taught me how to negotiate these things. And so you're negotiating $1 million contracts at this level with a house. It's so important because you're putting a family into that for those Facebook posts that tell me what you do for a living, but make it wrong. I put people into debt for 30 years.
Touche.
Yeah, but you're doing that. You need to have your people's best interest.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Well, hey, we're going to take a break real quick and we're going to hear from our sponsors, Drinkade.
What is Drinkade? Drinkade, previously known as Never Too Hungover, is an innovative and exciting nutritional supplement drink that is set to revolutionize the category of hangover prevention products. It's the perfect life hack for busy people who work hard, play hard, and enjoy life to the fullest. It comes in a 3.4 ounce bottle, TSA friendly for travel, and is a great tasting dietary supplement consisting of a natural blend of vitamins, antioxidants, amino acids, nutrients, and minerals. It helps neutralize and process the toxins caused by alcohol in the liver, thus ensuring you feel great the morning after a night out on the town. Save 20% off all orders. DrinkAid celebrates and feel great with 20% off all orders simply by using the promo code DRINK20 at checkout. DrinkAid. Celebrate and feel great the next morning.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for our sponsor, DrinkAid there. Okay, I got a couple more questions for you here, Tug, all right? I thought Adam was trying to hit me or something. I couldn't see him. I just saw it out of the corner of my eye. Okay, so we asked Ryan this one too, and he had an interesting take on this. But what have you ever had a paranormal experience selling a home?
No, but I've had a lot of crazy, like walking to home and there's like
scary stuff,
like like on the wall, somebody painted around their body.
What?
Yeah, like weird stuff, dead road, like crap like that. I just had a buyer that went through a barn, and there was a hog that was left there, and it died. Yeah, so I should probably turn them into the
what in the mafia?
Hi, Taviano, baby. So weird stuff. No.
No paranormal, because you have to do
I did spend the night in the reformatory. That was awesome.
Yeah. Oh wow!
But
Ryan said they had they have one of those EMT readers that they would take in the house.
Well, I have to go in the house because I asked him, like,
you're not a ghost hunter.
Well, you're the first one that has to go in these houses, though, right?
Yeah. I mean,
he was going to come surprise you. By the way, Ryan was.
That's
he's in Lima today now.
Oh,
he's
I'm in your place. You're in mine. Ryan's a great dude, and Ryan, by the way, I have mad respect, and my competitive nature is just different.
Yeah.
But so
he said you guys are pretty good friends.
Yeah, he's awesome, and so is everybody. And Jeremy Hibner.
We actually talked to Jeremy over the weekend.
He bought me a drink, and I have so much respect for people in Walpock.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think that's why I'm attracted to Walpock, because it's
and actually, Adam, his cousin too.
Who's that?
We went to school with his cousin.
Oh, really?
BJ Reed.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my little cousin.
Ogre.
Yeah. Ogre.
Shrek.
We call him Ogre. That's his nickname for us.
So back to the real estate thing. Walking into homes, I had a 27 home deal that we adjusted to 18, and it was in really sketchy parts of Lima. And what really, in my line of work, I'm so blessed, and I think 90% of my clients, 95% of my clients are so blessed in the homes that they live in. Yeah. These homes that we walked in, I want to put my dog in there.
Yeah.
And I'm not being rude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I have a heart for people to have a great life.
Yes.
And what's cool is a lot of those people were thankful for what they had. And that kind of helped me understand, I'm walking into a place where a mattress on the floor, it smells like something,
right.
and they're happy there.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah. Well, it goes back to what we said earlier about being humble and,
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
Understanding that not everything works out for everybody, and that you have to understand when you're blessed and, be able to, like you said, love others.
Yeah.
So,
yep.
I'm definitely blessed when I walk into a house knowing that there's not a demon portal. So thank you for being the first one to walk in houses to find
I spent the night in the reformatory, though, day after watching Jack Osborne's Portals to Hell.
Oh, God.
Why? Because my wife's nuts on that stuff. I'm scared to death. I'm a pansy when it comes to October.
So we're actually planning to go to a haunted house on the 16th. You should come with us. You and your wife should come with us.
She would love that. I would love that. I may have to stop at Wings and Rings and have a tall boy before we go.
Oh, that's a definite. That's a definite.
But back to that, going to the reformatory was awesome. She didn't experience anything. I did, which is weird. Yeah. But the place that they took us to was the only place, and the first place we went to was the place they would not take Jack Osborne to, and it was the freaking basement. And I'm telling you what.
Why didn't they take him down there?
Because there's so much activity or so much whatever.
But they took you guys down there?
That was the first place. And dude, tell you what, I'm sitting there, wife's where Treg's at, buddy's where you're at, and all of a sudden I get really cold and he gets really cold. she doesn't feel crap. So like,
man.
it was a big letdown for her, but I'm like, oh, and then we go to the attic and they're like, talking like, hey, you in the big black shirt, we don't like you. And I'm like, they're reading that thing, and I'm like, I love the Lord. I love the Lord.
Yeah, I'm not taunting nobody.
But I started taunting them back, just having fun, like, and I wanted to leave them.
Jeez, that's nuts. Yeah, that's
and people, people are like other believers, Christians, like, why do you do that? I don't like it, but you know what? It was crazy.
I feel like it's a little bit of an adrenaline.
Oh gosh, huge.
Thing.
Huge.
Well, that's why I was curious because, like I said, you're the first one into these houses, and you have to check attic, basement.
Well, and you don't know if somebody's squatting.
Someone's just still chilling in there, so you got to be the one to find it.
Send your buyers in first. No, just
come check this house.
Go in there and check that out for me real quick.
Well, the movie we watched, I was telling him I watched The Conjuring 3.
Yeah, that's a big
never
note
made
for
me do it, and that just like the same thing. A new family goes into a house and they find this witchcraft totem thing way under their in between their cellar and their basement. I'm like, do you have to check that stuff out? I'd hope, man.
That's Inspector Show.
Yeah.
But no, you have different things.
My wife refuses to watch any haunted movies ever. I haven't seen a Halloween/haunted movie in 8 years that I've been with
my wife refuses to watch Hallmark movies.
Oh
yes.
I think every husband refuses to watch Hallmark movies.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
All right, so one last question here for you, Tug, and then we'll get into some rapid fire with Adam here. And then we're going to play some Fruit by the Foot also. So did you imagine this would be your life now 20 years ago?
Oh, frick no. I always, you have a belief in yourself because of what's put into you. 20 years ago,
you'd been a youth minister at the time,
I've been a
right?
youth minister, and when I look back on this, everybody, I divorced, remarried, kicked out of college, done this, had 50 million freaking jobs, this kind of thing. And when you wake up every morning, grateful for waking up, when you wake up every morning, pushing yourself to get better.
Yeah.
And when you look at, this is something that I tell everybody is, I don't fail. It wasn't a failure. It's tuition. It's what I've paid by learning through, you call them mistakes or choices,
Yeah. One way I like to look at that in particular would to say, some people say that those are pieces that fell off of you as failures, but I'd like to say that those are pieces that built me up to who I am today.
Freaking heck yeah. You know what? Like, my marriage is amazing. Like, yeah, we have our hard times.
Yeah.
If you say marriage is bliss, shut up.
Yeah.
It's good for the most part.
Well, you might be 70 if you say that.
Yeah. But what's awesome in this is, me and my wife have had some, with blended families and stuff, has had some things come up, and I sit back and realize how much better my life is now.
Yeah.
Because my mindset has shifted too.
Yeah.
My first priority when I look in the mirror is her and my kids and her kids. If you, as a man, when you wake up and you look in the mirror, which not many of us do, and you see yourself, go freaking back to bed.
Yeah.
You wake up and you see others. You wake up and you see, and I learned that from Tim Hubble, a former pastor I worked with, is wake up and see everybody else.
Yeah.
Your life will be good.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Makes sense.
That.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's get into some rapid fire questions here with Tug. Did you want to finish something?
No, I'm good. I talk too much.
He's like, I'm gonna cut it off first.
Yep.
No, you're good. But you're absolutely right though on that. I mean, I think that's a good way to put it on how to put others before yourself, and everything else in life follow.
And real quick on that, and
but you also have to put yourself.
Well, that's what I was just going to get into. Is there's two commands that God gives us, if you want to say that, in Scripture to me, and the first one is love God with all your heart.
Yeah.
Okay. The second one is love your neighbor as yourself. Mm-hmm. Okay. So can you love your neighbor good if you don't love you?
No.
So you've got to love you some so you can love other people well.
Yeah.
If you hate yourself, man, go back to bed. But honestly, man, like I'm not being egotistical when I say I love my life.
No.
I'm being
Honest.
So honest, man,
Yeah.
dude. I get to be a dad.
Yeah.
I get to golf. I get to, serve this community in real estate. I don't sell homes. I serve I serve people, you know?
Yeah.
And so that's, but in the mirror, when I wake up, I have to be thankful. I have to go to bed and I go to bed better than I was the day before
Yeah.
in my own mind.
Yeah.
Not everybody else's. Everybody else like, I hate Tug. No, not everybody. Some people are going to hate you. Guess what? If you love you, who cares what they say?
I never care what
Yes,
anybody
sir.
else thinks.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
No, I mean for me
That's
it's just like, in being an entrepreneur and doing different things and not fitting the mold of, having that 9 to 5 or whatever. That was hard, but I wake up every morning and I don't look at the mirror, but in my mind I get up and I say, I'm doing this for my kids, I'm doing this for my wife.
yeah. And that's it right there.
And that's where that's what I base it all on. I mean, work does take precedence sometimes over certain things, which makes my wife very mad. Hey, babe. And, but it is what it is. I mean, at the end of the day, it goes back to when I told her, right at the beginning of this year, give me a year.
Yep. And what's
give me a year.
awesome in that is as your business grows, when your business grows, because of your wife's ability to allow, I don't want to say allow,
Support it.
Support it.
Yeah.
Bless the crap out of your wife.
Yeah.
Take her on that trip.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Do those things that you wouldn't have been able to do before she gave you the freedom to be you.
Right. Yep.
I like that.
Yep. Absolutely.
That's cool.
All right, Adam, you ready?
Yeah.
We're going to play some Fruit by the Foot
Oh, fruit by the foot and rapid fired at one time.
and rapid fire all at the same time.
Oh,
This is a re-challenge from Treg's lightning fast first time.
4 seconds. What the heck? Did the paper come off?
Dude, I
Did
don't,
you eat the paper?
I don't know how I did it.
I don't understand.
I'm going to tell you right now. First off, I was not thinking I was going to be able to do it at all the first time.
Yeah.
So we're unwrapping these Fruit by the Foots as we go right now for all of our listeners. And we're going to peel the wrapper away from the
That's longer
fruit
than
roll-up.
12 inches. Fruit by the yard.
I need to get more.
They
because
oversell.
I said this time I was going to get 2 of them together and put them together for Trey because he did it in like a whopping 5 seconds with all the struggle.
guys, that is not a foot.
That's what it's called. It's called Fruit by the
That's
Foot.
like what guys do. They
Is it 3 feet?
overcompensate.
Yeah.
It's fruit by the meter.
I caught a fish this big.
Yeah.
Fruit by the meter. All right, so we're going to put them in our mouth and then count it down.
All right. Whenever you're ready to go, Adam.
Good. 3, 2, 1, go.
No! I beat the legend!
Every time!
Done.
How?
Yeah.
Wow.
Get on our girth level, bro.
Dude, Tug bested me on that one.
Yeah. Competitive nature.
Damn it! Sorry, people upstairs. Probably hear me yelling.
That's good, too.
It is. That was way longer than a foot. That's like
Oh, man.
Fruit by the meter.
Tug got me.
Yep.
Tug won that one.
was amazing.
Yeah.
I don't have to go back and watch that again. I'm focused on mine.
Dude, I saw his corner of my eye. He was doing exactly what I did the last time. It was just like
Yeah.
it was gone.
I tried. And
Like a conveyor belt of fruit.
I'm gonna say I suck, but I'm not very good. Damn it! I hate this game.
Here you go. Oh, yeah. Here you go, Adam.
All right. These are rapid fired?
These are the rapid fire questions. So me and
So
you
I
will
can't-
answer these.
Oh, we're both answering these.
Yeah. So he'll hit you with them and then he'll go to me.
Awesome. Don't talk like I normally do because that's not rapid fire.
Let me
No, we
see.
started out. I'm sorry. I started
Good.
scrolling.
Nope, you're right here. Rapid fire questions and go. Right there.
What is the one time you screwed up everything and no one knew it was you?
Everybody then screwed up everything?
Yeah.
I mean, something that like, hey, something happened.
You got a secret you want to tell us?
No, it's not a secret.
like
It's still-
something happened.
I
like,
never got.
Hey, what happened to this? And like, no one.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
2 things. I told her after I was 18. Okay.
Oh no!
One, my dad was in on.
Oh god!
You remember them tube TVs? So there's two
Yes.
stories.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So my brother and I were taking apart a microwave, and they have big magnets. And I had no idea that when you and my parents, like, dude, we ate at McDonald's maybe once a week and shared a Happy Meal. Like that. We came up like that. And we took that magnet up to that TV.
Oh no!
All the color.
Sucked in the middle.
Yeah.
Ruined it.
And
my God.
And we were like,
Ruined.
so after I was 18,
That is great.
now we got another TV, but we put it on top of that TV, And so,
That's usually what we did. Yeah, the stand.
and so no lie, and we were the remote control back then.
stand.
I told my mom and dad when after I couldn't really get in trouble for it, I'm like, hey, remember that TV? And then my mom had a porcelain owl on a stand.
Yeah.
And my dad and I were playing football and my brother, and we knocked it off and it shattered. And up until like 3 years ago, it looks perfect. But blue is amazing. So those are two small things, but huge in my world.
Those are great. Those are awesome.
I can't think of
Trig.
anything on mine.
Nothing.
I can't.
Okay.
I don't know.
Angel.
Those were two. Those were good. I like that. Favorite wing sauce.
Favorite wing sauce? Probably hot.
Yeah.
Wings and rings.
Okay, so you just like the
B-dubs
spicy.
B-dubs does not compete with wings and rings. I don't care what anybody says.
We have something hot if you want to try it.
No, I'm not.
So
trying
if
that
you
chip.
want, next time we get you on here, maybe as a special guest, you and I could split a chip. How about that?
I don't know about that.
Okay, well, I'll give you some time to think about it.
We'll
all right?
think about it.
Now I was gonna go home and like look up everything about the hot chips.
I think
like,
our next food game we need to bring on is like almost kind of like how they do on that show Hot Ones. We need to ask them a question, like eat some hot.
Oh yeah,
just take like a little
That'll be fun.
nibble of
that
the
is
hot chip.
That is a good.
That'll be fun. Yeah, for our rapid fire, we'll do that.
God, I don't want to do
What's
it.
your favorite wing sauce?
I'll do that one.
Okay, yeah, you can do that.
What's your favorite
what's your
wing
favorite wing?
I'm a Buffalo fan through and through, but I don't mind a little bit of heat though.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I like barbecue. Especially at the time after I ate that chip, I just wanted some sweet barbecue in my life. That sucks. What movie do you want a sequel to?
Oh, freaking Happy Gilmore.
Yeah,
Oh, nice, nice.
Yeah, I'd like to golf with him.
that's awesome.
Nice. You know mine is. I like I said, and it just came out. I haven't seen it yet. So
Forrest
nobody
Gump
ruined it.
2.
Nah, nobody ruined it for me though. But the Many Saints of Newark, which is the prequel.
Oh yeah.
It's the prequel to the Sopranos.
Oh, really?
Is that gonna be a show?
No,
or
it's a movie.
Oh, it's gonna be a movie.
It's called The Many Saints of Newark, and it actually has. So you ever watch the Sopranos?
Actually, no. And
Oh my
Italian.
gosh.
I watched a little bit of
Yeah.
it.
And you're even Italian.
Yeah, we're Browns fans.
I'll have to watch the movie.
But so the guy who played though Tony Soprano in The Sopranos, James Gandolfini, who's passed away.
Yeah, I know him.
His son plays young Tony Soprano in the movie.
Oh, that's dope.
that's so
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's a good casting. Can't get
Yeah,
no better.
right. Yeah, no
Nobody
kidding.
better to know dad than the son.
Right.
What was that movie with Straight Outta Compton? Ice-T or Cube's son played himself.
Oh yeah, yeah. Ice Cube son. Or
that's
Ice Cube
awesome.
son did.
Oh, that's
yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah. Ice Cube Jr.
Last song you listened
Cube.
to?
Last song I listened to, honestly, was probably some sort of elevation worship with my son on the way to school today.
Okay.
Like, that's what. Yeah.
There you go.
Trig?
I didn't listen to any music this morning actually.
That Hulk Hogan intro that your buddy played.
I was saying I played some this morning.
Yeah, actually, Adam sang Hulk Hogan intro this morning. So
I
that
am
was,
a real American.
Yeah, you are. Sound just like one.
Most craved food.
I mean, it's always Lashas or something like that. I need to not crave food.
same.
Need to crave vegetables and fruits.
Yeah.
What's your
That's
biggest
steak though for me.
steak? Is your biggest? Is your most craved
Yeah,
food?
I love steak.
Man, I don't know what to crave. I crave just like him.
Kill steak every day.
crave everything.
Yep.
It tastes good. I'm
Or
eating it.
quesadillas.
Well, get yourself a dang quesadilla.
Yeah, dude, I love quesadillas, man.
What's your biggest pet peeve?
Oh,
Well, you probably got a couple of them.
dude, there's so many. Parents screaming in public, like places like Walmart at their kids
Oh,
in
yeah,
carts.
for sure.
Drives me the freak nuts.
Now I know my biggest pet
Yeah,
peeve
go
after
ahead.
he said
That's mine.
Mine is parents that have their kids on a leash. I don't know why. But
If you're
it's
going
just
to do it,
like,
have a good one.
dude, I don't know why, but it's just like
Some wives need to have their husbands on these.
Urban.
Urban legend.
Damn, getting him back again.
But no, seriously though, I mean, like, you ever seen like one of those kids like go to grab a Skittle and they just get yanked?
Yeah.
Back here.
Until I got caught in the elevator door. Oh,
Fine. It's like a little dog. That
why
goes-
did that kid levitate?
You see the kid run off and he just gets
man.
yanked back like a little puppy dog.
That's hilarious.
What is your dream vehicle? If you could have a vehicle, what would you want? What would you want?
You know, like, obviously, not obviously, I want a G Wagon. I mean, I
Okay.
love the looks of
G-Wagon,
those.
G-Wagon.
The housewives pulling up.
Hey,
Not Urban. My dream vehicle, I almost looked at it. I don't know if it's an Italian nature, but like then it goes back
G5?
to the Maserati.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh,
like I
nice.
found one for like $24,000. I'm like,
Oh, you can get those actually pretty cheap.
yeah, but
used.
then if you freaking have to fix them, they're like $6,000 for this part.
Oh,
So
God.
screw that.
yeah, I heard like a windshield for a Maserati is like close to like 3,200.
Yeah, no thanks.
Geez, just repairing is going to be more than the 24 grand you
Yeah,
paid
that's
for.
why, that's why people sell them.
Yeah.
Makes sense. So it's so cheap. Last famous stand up you watched, like comedian stand up.
I watched it one in person. My wife
Okay.
surprised me to see Adam Sandler
Oh, nice.
with Rob
Schneider.
Schneider.
awesome.
That was in person. My one I go to all the time to watch on YouTube is Mitch Hedberg.
Yo,
Dude,
Mitch
best
Hedberg,
line. He died because of this, but best Mitch Hedberg line. I used to do drugs, but I still do, but I used to too. That's terrible. I've never done drugs in my life, but like that's a funny
he
one.
was on a whole different
Dogs
level,
are forever
man.
in the push-up position.
He was so futuristic in his time.
yeah.
The
He
man
was.
who sees the
Oh,
world through
real
rose-colored
estate joke.
glasses.
He was like, how many bedrooms does your house have? Well, it depends on what I call a bedroom. Oh, look, the bedroom has a oven in it. This bedroom has furniture.
Yeah.
I don't know. My neighbor has a bedroom. That's mine. So I used that in an ad once.
That
too.
is awesome.
Yeah, I loved his.
Oh my
what was
God.
what was the one joke he said about hotels?
Oh, 13th floor.
Yeah.
You really know what floor you're on.
Yeah, push those numbers together. What do you get? B. Bob. If your name's Bob, get away.
He's awesome, dude.
Love Mitch Hedberg.
R.I.P. That's so funny.
Mine would have been Bert Kreischer. I just watched.
He's
just
good,
recently.
really.
Yeah,
I don't know if I think the last one I watched from the last time was probably a Bill Burr.
you did watch a little bit of Bert Kreischer with me.
Oh yeah,
just
yeah.
recently.
You showed
Yeah.
it. Okay, so yours. Yep. If you could live anywhere in the world, where would you live?
Full-time, part-time. Doesn't matter. I would probably, honestly, like, this is no... Yeah, obviously, I'd love to live south eventually, when I get older.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, dude, I love this area. And so the cost-effectiveness of it, the
Yeah.
seasons, I don't like winter as much. Family. So, like, I'm there,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, moving into a new house, that'll be fun.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Yep.
You say you sold your house?
Yeah, I mean, it's under contract and wasn't for sale, but, everything's
Things
for sale
happen.
but family.
So we got a couple more here for you.
Yep.
What was your worst subject in high school?
Everything. Choir and band.
Yeah.
I
You
got
said
asked-
earlier you couldn't sing a lick.
No, but I
know.
did. Sometimes I got asked to leave choir, and I got asked to take band seriously. So
Wow.
those were probably two things. And I got kicked out of college. So I have a freaking good life.
Hell yeah.
No, so I got asked to take choir seriously or leave. So I left and went to study hall. And
There you go.
Same thing with band.
And then last question for you: how do you start your mornings?
Coffee. Actually, I wake up, hit the snooze button twice.
Let's be
Go
honest. I
out.
think everybody hits.
Yeah,
snooze
go out
button
into
at
the
least
living
once.
room.
If you
my
don't,
week,
you're a liar.
my weekdays, I wake up, take my son to school, and this is something that probably most realtors don't do.
Yeah.
I'm a routine guy.
Yeah.
Every morning when I drop my kid off, I need to get to the gym, by the way, but every morning I go to the office.
Same.
Whether I have anything to do or not, I go to the office because if I'm about that at least 4 days a week,
Yeah.
and I create in my mind, I'm there.
Yeah,
now I handle marketing and
The
stuff like that.
routine and
Yeah.
face. Yep.
Yeah, show your face. You're a team. You want to talk about supporting your team, like Ryan was discussing. Be present.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So-
Be present to your business.
Yeah. Now I need to
I
get.
agree.
I do need to get to the gym. School's back in session. Has been for a bit. And that's usually
Yeah.
like when I start.
Right.
Summers for golf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hear you. All right, guys. Well, hey, we're going to get into some current news reports real quick. If you want to stay for a couple. I know he's got to get running.
Oh, this is not a marketing thing, but I've got to show a house in 20 minutes in Lima.
Yeah.
So I'm going to run and do that.
You run. We're going to go. We're going to finish off this podcast reading about some news reports, some current news.
Olsen
I do
twins.
have one for you though.
Yeah.
I do have one.
Let's
one
go.
that I want.
Let's go.
One that I wanted to bring up to you.
Yep, we're good.
Check this out. This is in Boston, Massachusetts. Okay.
Yep.
A housing market so hot that a burned down home is listed for $399,000 in Boston, Massachusetts, where the average home cost is $552,000.
Oh, yeah.
That's actually up 12.5% from last year's average.
That
The
don't make no
listing
damn
says needs tear down and rebuild or a complete renovation.
There's a story like that in Lima. I can't say where, but somebody bought a house.
But that's expensive.
Well, somebody bought
And
a
it was
house.
on fire.
Right. Somebody bought a house in Lima that is in one of the favorite locations that I have. Like
Really?
where I golf.
Yeah.
Okay. Was going to cost more to update to their standards. So they just tore it down and rebuilt right
Wow.
there.
No way.
And like, that's cool. You know, if you love, that's one thing. They probably love Boston or they love that location. So what's it worth to you if you have the money? Put it
I mean,
into it.
yeah, that's true. But that house did not look
No.
worth $350,000. It looked like it needed to be redone.
All right, I got to take off.
All right, we're gonna let Tug
last
go.
thing on that. If you were in Charlotte and the Rolling Stones, this is not on there. Mick Jagger
Yeah.
had a beer in a public place in Charlotte, and nobody recognized him. And so he posted this picture on social media, enjoying a beer at this place, and all the people are looking away and had no idea they were having a beer with dude from
Probably
the Rolling
were they
Stones.
all younger for the most part?
Yeah, and what was cool is that bar, when you like his picture was close up. When you zoom out, it's this massive apartment complex, and this bar is so tiny. They stayed. Everybody wanted to tear them down and build up and do this, but they're like, no, we like where we're at. We're going to have this location, and now Mick Jagger's had a bar.
That's
beer at a bar.
marketing.
That's sweet.
That's marketing though.
Hell
Pretty sweet.
yeah.
Yeah,
It is.
I want to go there now.
Just like did you listen to our podcast last week?
I haven't yet.
Or no, it was just a recent one where we talked about the Sam Adams beer that's it's a 25-ounce bottle. That's
Oh,
gonna
yeah,
be
it's like-
for sale for $240.
It's like
Something about it. We'll buy it.
28% alcohol or
They'll
something.
buy it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
All right, Tug.
I'm out.
Hey, thanks for coming on the show, man.
Yep,
We
yep.
appreciate you.
Thanks,
for
buddy.
having
Yeah.
me.
All right. So let's get into the news, Adam.
Let's news it up.
All right. Okay, so first up, we got Daniel Craig is getting a start on the Hollywood Walk of Fame finally.
Oh, really? For
Yeah.
what?
Hold on,
just-
I can't hear you.
They're just finally just going to give him a spot to walk on now, or just like accepted him into like the Hollywood.
No, so he's going to get a star on the Walk of Fame. So he'll finally.
Star on. I thought you said he's going to start on the walk of Sorry, I don't know why. Okay, hey, come walk down.
Yeah.
Come on,
yeah.
have a walk. That's cool that they finally got him in there. I like that.
Yeah. So I mean, what do you think? I mean, do you think he made James Bond better than what it was?
I mean, he was a good James Bond. I mean, there was so many other James Bonds like in the past, and he's one of the more recent.
I was always a fan
consistent.
of the Pierce Brosnan.
Pierce Bronson killed it. I love Pierce Bronson. He was my favorite James Bond.
He was my favorite.
He was awesome.
Yeah.
But you get old, you get seasoned, you can't really do. I think it would have been cool if he had a cameo in the new.
Absolutely.
And then like, why didn't they have
That's what
Pierce
I was
Bronson
thinking.
or Sean Connery? Like,
Yeah.
what's going
Yeah.
on? But either way,
Are you ready to be shocked?
yeah.
I've never seen any Daniel Craig James Bond.
The new ones.
and I loved James Bond, and I loved all the Pierce Brosnan ones.
Okay.
When I found out there was a different James Bond, I was like, not watching them, and I still haven't watched them yet.
Damn. Don't get me wrong. Again, Pierce
Yeah.
Bronson is my James Bond.
Yeah,
I'm sure
Yeah.
for everybody, some other people, it might be Sean Connery or I can't remember the other. There's like one or
Roger
two other
Moore.
other James Bonds, but
Yeah.
mine was Pierce Bronson. But Daniel Craig did do a good job, I think.
I'm
as
sure
a
he
James
did.
Bond.
I'm sure he did, and the fact that the franchise has kept going for so long with
Yeah.
him,
Yeah.
I feel like now I need to tap into him.
Yeah, they're about to come out with another one.
Yeah, I know one of my buddies, his girlfriend, she's a huge James Bond fan, and I told her that I never saw any of the Daniel Craigs, and she was
Freak out.
She freaked out, but I don't know. I think she's more like now with James Bond because she was
Okay.
telling me that Daniel Craig is the best James Bond, and I was like, don't talk to me.
I mean,
Don't talk to
again,
me.
I think they're all good in their time because
Yeah.
with the new James Bond.
And she's
Daniel
older
Craig.
than us.
Really?
Yeah, so I'm like, how do you not like the Pierce Brosnan?
It could be because one, they show his body. Does have a rockin' bod.
Who?
Daniel Craig.
So did Pierce.
I know, but it's with the times. He got the shaved chest.
Yeah, Pierce was more like more like grizzly guy.
Yep.
But he was a dude. He was
the man.
He was a man.
They do have different technology and effects in the
Is
movie.
Daniel
so-
Craig a ladies' man just like Pierce Brosnan was?
Yes.
I feel like Pierce is way better of a ladies' man.
I feel like it too, man. Especially in these movies, but he kills it. Like I said, it's more modern.
Yeah.
James
Does
Bond.
he have a tiny gun or is it all gadgets?
He's got them both.
Because Pierce Brosnan had the tiny gun down.
Yeah, he did. But they both have tiny guns and gadgets in this too.
Okay,
And
okay.
I feel like,
So I should watch him.
I feel like Craig Robinson.
Robinson.
Daniel Craig did really good. He had more suave too. I won't say more suave, but still had the suave, and I just gotta watch them, man. They're good. They're awesome.
I'll check it out. All right. So next up, we have the Olsen twins. The Row brand releases new kids collection that includes a $520 sweater.
The Olsen twins.
So
like,
the Olsen twins
from
have
Full House.
yeah. So they have their own clothing brand. You know they're huge in the fashion industry.
Yeah. Mary
right?
Kate and Ashley Olsen.
Yeah. So they're huge in this fashion the fashion industry now. They have a brand called the Row, okay, which is a kids.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's a kids collection. Well, it's new. It's new.
Oh, okay.
It's a kids collection, but it's very very high end.
Yeah,
I mean
set up.
$520 sweaters.
Does that come like?
Who are you marketing?
Does that
to?
come like a multiple pack?
dude?
Like you get 10 sweaters for $520.
That's one sweater, bro. That's one sweater.
Is it from like Back to the Future too?
No, there's nothing special about it.
Just
It probably looks like a Bill Cosby sweater that they're selling for $520.
Just from the Mary Kate and Ashley.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what you're. I mean,
That's weird. I mean, good on them. I mean, they're doing good. Be selling kid sweaters for $520. So good on them.
I want to see the list of how many they sold.
Yeah, I want to see the list and who's buying them.
It's like it just says 3.
Yeah, and then see them at school wearing that.
There's no way. If I bought a $520 sweater, I'm not wearing it to school.
I'm
I'm probably not wearing it. I'm probably not buying it.
I'm probably putting it up in a case.
I know I'm not going to buy a
like
$520
like a
sweater.
football jersey, right? Yeah, right. If I'm
Who the
buying
hell buys a $520
$520 sweater, I'm going to buy a couple football jerseys.
No,
No, that's crazy. Good on you, Mary Kate and Ashley. Good job
not for me.
for marketing such
Yeah.
expensive clothes for kids.
For kids, nonetheless, for kids.
Sweaters for kids.
Like, because the kids don't understand. They don't understand the value of $1 right now. So it's just like for them, it's like, oh, I want. I mean, I have kids. I want. And the parents are like, okay. And then you got to shovel out $520. First off, my kids were like, I want. I've been like, you want to go back to your room because
yeah, you're not getting
ain't
this.
getting that sweater.
No, nope. That's
Um,
that's nuts.
Bam Margera reportedly taken to rehab by police after an emotional disturbance.
When, is this recent?
This is just like a couple days ago.
Emotional disturbance has was there any? What was he doing?
I don't know. We can look it up.
Because I'm sure some of y'all follow Bam Margera's skating world, or if not even the Jackass world. And Bam hasn't been doing very good after Ryan Dunn passed away years ago, one of his best friends, and he's just been spiraling out of control more than what you think Bam Margera could, just drugs and alcohol, and been to rehab so many times. And even they made the new Jackass 4 Forever, and he's not in it because they wanted to get help for him. All the guys, all their friends and stuff, and he just wouldn't take the help. So they're like, dude, we can't have you in this Jackass 4 movie just because
Yeah, he was pretty upset about that too.
we're
but
scared
I
that
get
you
it.
are going to get hurt.
Yeah.
Get some help. And he was just like, nope. And he just keeps getting worse and getting better, going worse, better. And
Says deputies responded to a call about an emotional distressed person at the Don Caesar Resort Hotel in St. Pete Beach. They encountered Bam and gave him a ride to rehab in the back of a cop car. He was not arrested.
oh, okay,
So he was just a person in distress.
getting some help. Well, hopefully this will be the fourth time.
Sounds like he was having an emotional breakdown basically in a parking lot is what it sounds like.
Damn,
Or at a Florida casino.
Damn dude, poor guy.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
It's one hit after another with him.
Yeah, no kidding.
So me and you are fans of The Boys on Amazon.
Oh yeah, I
So
love The Boys.
The
Awesome.
Boys are reportedly supposed to be having a spinoff scheduled to hit Amazon in 2022 from the same executive producer.
Okay.
Yeah.
What kind of what's it going to be revolve around
I don't know. It's up to us to use our imagination here, I guess.
until they release it?
Yeah, they came up with, they have a cast in mind.
So it's going to be still superhero based and everything, like spin-off wise, right?
I would assume. I wonder if it's going to be about, what was the guy who was like an Aquaman? What was his name? The Deep.
Yeah, the Deep. Okay.
Yeah, I think it might be a spinoff about him.
What I would like to see actually of that, and spoiler if you guys haven't seen The Boys, sorry.
Yeah,
gonna
actually
change.
for our listeners and for our watchers here, actually, so if you have not seen The Boys on Amazon, it's a super good it's a really good show.
Pretty graphic,
Very vulgar.
very It's about superheroes
It's about it's
in the real world.
So basically, if we lived in a world with actual superheroes, it basically documents how they do what they do as like a team, almost like the Avengers, basically.
Yeah.
But the whole world is filled with them. Like there's not just those 7. Like there's multiple superheroes every corner.
And they're
of the world.
marketed. They get like deals and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And everything.
Yeah,
movie
it's like
pushes.
Entourage meets Superman.
So what I want to know is, mate, I want to go again. Spoiler: if you haven't seen it, just turn it. Well, I just want to know. Maybe they do the spin-off, like a prequel on how it all got started. The superhero.
Yeah.
Like
Don't go
that.
too far into it.
Yeah.
For
Well, I'm
anybody
saying-
who doesn't understand,
But I want to know like about the beginning, maybe.
yeah.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, and to elaborate still though on what I was just saying about the show a little bit for our listeners, when we talk about the vulgarity and how gory it can be, it is like
Pretty intense.
Yeah, like I said, I think to best explain it, it's like Entourage meets Superman meets 300.
Yeah, it's pretty. I think it's rated R for sure. It has to be rated R.
Absolutely, it's rated R. Absolutely,
but
yeah,
it's
don't
also-
watch it with your kids.
I
I mean, there's and I'm going to say a scene right now that's literally in the trailer. So it's nothing that you wouldn't see if you would pull it up on YouTube right now. But there's literally a scene of two of the superheroes who are part of this avenging group. What are they called? The 6 or something like that.
the something 7.
Yeah, the 7. I think it's just the 7.
Just the 7.
Yeah,
Super
yeah.
7 or something
Something like that. Yeah. Anyway, kind of like the Avengers. But there's a scene where 2 of them get to a plane that's being hijacked.
Oh man.
And the plane they accidentally like kill the control system of this plane as they kill the hijackers.
Yeah.
And they look at each other and like, well, what do we do? Now, here's my thing though. If you were the main superhero, what do they call him again? Homelander, who's like a Superman, couldn't you have just picked up the plane and like laid it down?
I mean, that's what they were saying in that.
Yeah.
I think that the show goes way more into what you think it believes. Like
but basically, though, they killed.
They had the opportunity to probably save the whole entire plane,
and they were just like, "Let's get out of here."
They're just
and
looking.
They watched the plane crash, and he's like, "All right, well, the media will be here in about 3 minutes. We'll just tell them that we showed up 3 seconds too late."
Yeah, and I was like,
that's how this show is.
Oh, you're so super. Just it's good stuff. I'm waiting for season 3. Comes out
yeah
season 3 or the spinoff when's 2022, so next year. I'm really excited about that. I like superheroes.
But it is a different type of superhero movie.
Apparently, if you haven't read the comic on the Boys,
there's an actual comic on it.
The comic is like 5 times more grotesque and gory. Like
really?
The show, they dim it down.
Oh wow.
So the comic goes,
because the show is intense. The show is very intense.
I'll tell you stuff after the podcast about the. I can't. just go look it up. The Boys. It might be called something else. Comic book or the show. The show is great.
The show is
awesome.
amazing.
It's on Amazon.
Yeah, it's
Amazon
on
Prime.
Amazon. Yep.
It's great. It's good stuff.
Yep. You check out anything on Netflix this past weekend?
What did I watch?
I haven't seen The Guilty yet. I want to watch that, and I want to watch The Many Saints of Newark, which we talked about earlier.
Yeah. I did mention earlier with old Tugboat over there that I watched The Conjuring 3.
Tugboat.
Is that what it was? The Conjuring 3 I watched, and it was pretty good. My girl really likes scary stuff. I don't love or hate it. I enjoy just movies in general, but it was pretty good. I'm trying to think if I did watch anything this week. Did I mention anything? I'm trying to think.
I don't know.
I need to watch those movies that you told me to watch.
Oh, Getting Even with Dad.
And
I thought about another movie too.
okay.
Have you ever seen Dead Man on Campus?
Yes.
That's a great
That's
one.
a really good one
That's
too.
a good one.
That I
That's a
have
good
seen.
one.
It's just again what we're getting to with Tug when we were talking earlier on.
Yeah.
You asked him if he's seen those, and he said bits and pieces, and how
Yeah,
it slipped
yeah.
through the cracks. If you look up hit movies in '92 or '94,
There's so many.
82 was probably lowballing it. So that's probably
It could've-
how
it
I
could've
didn't see that during 92 or 94 in my life, or when it came out, just because there was just so many
So
hit
many.
movies that it just went through the cracks.
I literally watched Kindergarten Cop on Saturday night.
That's good stuff too.
Yeah.
That's good stuff. But
Yeah.
how I didn't see Getting Even with Dad and Don't Stop or My Mom Will Shoot.
Yeah. Yeah.
That looks amazing.
Yeah. Oh, it's funny.
The
too.
both commercials
and we
trailers you
we
showed me
watched the
looked
trailer
great.
for it, and
Looks
they were still
awesome.
funny. Like, because you've watched, and here's one that I hate to say because it was such a favorite of mine growing up, but one movie that I rewatched and I was just like, that was disappointing, was Good Burger.
Oh yeah, so I recently watched that too not too long ago. It has its moments,
It had moments,
but it aged differently than other movies that I
yes.
watched. Yeah.
It felt very then,
Yeah.
and not,
Yeah, I guess you're right. Real,
Yeah.
super pop culture in that, but hey,
Yeah.
Keenan and Kel are still doing it big in life because they're still making me laugh.
Yeah. Now I did watch a movie on what was it, Saturday morning with London, which is my youngest daughter. She's 4. We watched Double Dragon together on Amazon.
Oh, how'd you like that?
It's in HD on there now.
Oh yeah, you remember telling me about that? That's right. That's
I
right.
texted Adam as soon as I saw it. I was like, dude,
I
Double
gotta-
Dragon is on
That's what I'll probably watch tonight or
Amazon
tomorrow.
in HD.
That's sweet.
And it might not even be HD, really. I mean, it's just it's clear. You know what I mean? Like
It's clearer than the VHS it used to be on.
yeah, for sure, for
How'd
sure.
you like it?
She loved it. I mean, there was all karate and stuff.
I mean,
So-
she's used to watching the old Power Rangers movie though too. So
She loves Power Rangers, and she loves watching the girls practice MMA. So like,
oh, that's true. So she really wants to get into that.
yeah. So she was in there watching Double Dragon, and she's like, she whispers in my ear, she's like, "This is my favorite."
First time watching it.
Yeah.
Absolute favorite. Any combat.
Yeah,
Favorite
yeah.
time.
So it was good though. But she
That's
did-
hilarious.
You know, it's what's funny is you watch that movie, and I can't remember what year it came out in, but you watch that movie, and remember it's set in the future.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
year it is in that movie?
I'm gonna say it's like 2015 or
2007. That's the year we graduated, bro.
something. Wow, really?
Yeah, it's set in 2007.
That's how long I have been to seen that, as I don't
Yeah.
remember the year it was.
Because
set
what's the
in.
guy, the Patrick guy, that plays in Terminator?
Patrick?
Yeah. He's the silver guy that plays in the Terminator.
Oh, T1000.
Yeah, because he plays the bad guy in Double Dragon.
that. Oh my god, that's right.
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah.
that's how long I haven't seen
Cucho, Tommy Kuakucho or something
that. His
like that.
name is Robert Patrick.
Yeah, Robert Patrick.
Yeah, that's nuts, man. I haven't seen that in so long. That's probably I haven't seen that just as long.
And
as,
Alyssa Milano plays the Power Core girl.
Jeez.
Yeah,
I probably haven't seen that last time I watched the Super Mario Brothers live action movie.
dude, it's such a good movie.
That's a long time ago.
Honestly, I wish they would remake it.
The Double Dragons would be a good one to remake
I think, I think
because they actually made a
absolutely-
cartoon out of that for a while too.
Because
It was awesome.
the two main characters was Mark Dacascos and Scott Wolf. And Mark Dacascos actually has played in a lot of movies.
Oh yeah,
He was actually I believe he was a villain also in the TV show Hawaii Five-0.
really?
Yeah. Yep.
Well, that's what's up.
Yeah. Robert Patrick played antagonist Kogo Shuko. And then remember his
So awesome.
yeah, and then his what was his like right hand man, but it was a woman. Was
Yeah.
was his like number one like bodyguard slash hitman or whatever, and it was her name was Lash. Remember right at the beginning where she like goes to the village and they set this whole village on fire to try to find the dragon medallion, and the one scene that just sticks out in my mind of that is when she gets on that little computer and she's like toot, 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 and she's like, Kugo, Lash, we got it.
I'm gonna have to go back. I have not seen that in so long, but I mean,
good.
I remember certain parts, like when the dude gets real big at the end.
Yeah, Boa Bobo.
Yeah.
is his name. Yeah,
He gets in there, and they have that army tank they have to get inside and stuff like that. I
Yeah.
remember certain things, but I just can't remember.
yeah. The vehicles you had to throw trash in them to get them to go.
Yeah. Like I would love
In
that.
2007.
Oh, that was some Back to the Future stuff. I need fuel.
Yeah.
Starts dumping my banana peel.
Yeah,
and
they like drive past like a
beer.
dump or whatever, and they like grab a bunch of trash, start throwing it in there.
That's what I
And then he has
remember.
a cheese can. And he's like, non-combustible. Oh well, let's see what happens. Throws it in there.
God, I need to watch it. That's awesome. Double Dragon.
Yeah, and then in 2007, the river is like gasoline. You're not allowed to go in the river.
That's right.
Yeah,
Wow. The future is now. We passed the future.
we
man.
passed the future.
I mean, it kind of is.
Yeah,
I mean,
by
we
about 14 years.
yeah. Jeez. That's cool. I need to watch Double Dragons again.
Yeah, that was crazy. So, but hey, who the Browns got coming up this weekend? Do you know?
I was so ashamed. None of the Browns of my fantasy football team because he once again
Oh, I know.
got wrecked, so I didn't even check what they got next week. Let's see.
We have the Packers. Oh, I know who you guys got.
Ooh.
Chargers. That's who you got.
Oh, really?
That's
Okay.
a tough team. That's a tough team.
Okay, we'll see how this all goes off.
Chargers have that rookie, or well, he was a rookie last year. That quarterback Justin Herbert. He's solid, man.
Oh yeah, I know.
He's solid.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited. The Packers are going to be a good one too.
Yeah, we got Aaron Rodgers. I mean, that's always, you never know what you're getting with Aaron Rodgers, not anymore. But I mean, at any point in time, he can come out with an MVP game.
Yeah, like what was that last game he did where they had like 37 seconds left? 2 weeks ago we played.
Yeah.
That's all I need.
Yep.
And then Ohio State has Maryland next week.
Yeah. That's that'd be
Wait a minute.
Tua Tagovailoa's brother in that one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
That's going to be fun. That's going to be a good week.
Yep.
Hopefully Ohio can pull out all the wins again like this week.
Yeah. Well, hey, thank you guys for joining us for episode 7 today. And we will see you later. We want to appreciate Tug coming on the show. Thank you again to Clue Studio for sponsoring the show. And thank you, Drinkade, for sponsoring the show as well.
Thanks, Drinkade.
And we will see you guys soon with episode 8. All right. We'll see you guys soon. See ya.
Bye.